indicated with no response.
Well, and they changed the time. They were looking,
7.
yeah. So they got 7 seconds left, plenty of time to come up and get a good shot.
Parker drives the lane, dishes, and new season second team All-SEC. Liberty scores 74 points a game. This is a very deliberate offense based on the old Princeton principles. Head coach Pete Carrill throwing a three-point line, and they can really spread you out.
Passing, cutting, keep the lane open. Pick and pop versus pick and roll. Nice cut there.
Things are run very, very smoothly. It's nice to see. Newman on D. Gillis, physical, on D.
Jump hook in the paint.
They immediately went to him because he did not have a productive first half. He made some nice passes, but he is having trouble scoring one-on-one against the post defenders from Liberty, which to me is shocking.
Here's Parker with a drive. Williams 0 for 4 from the field. Has 1 point. Does have 5 rebounds, 4 assists to his.
For Liberty, Ritchie McKay. He dropped 21 on Purdue, 23 in the win versus Mississippi State. When he gets going, he can dominate a game offensively.
Guy that plays with a ton of confidence. This is Preston underneath. Kicks it out to McGee. He thought about stepping it into it from there. Cross-court pass. Retrieve.
School record, by the way, Coach. 18 threes made here tonight. How about that?
Wow. And last year they had a team that won 30 games. So it's going to be a good season for Liberty.
McGee
with it. Parker able to drive through the trees, kicks it out, open three ball for McGee. That's pure. Freshman guard out of Maryland. There's another freshman guard at the other end. Drake Dobbs gives it to Cuffey, corner three.
The team doesn't play much, but Luke McKay is on the team, and this Thanksgiving weekend, Ritchie McKay is also grateful for an 18-point lead right now in the second half against South Carolina.
It's the guy you need to have shooting, because you need to get quality shots with guys who can make shots, no bad shots in your team if you're ahead at the end of a game like this.
All comes right down from the soles of your feet up through into your shot, but again, those things don't happen, and you don't always hear about that. But guys are shooting hundreds. They defended New York. That's kind of been their signature, and they're doing a great job at it, making this really an exciting game.
Flames start with the basketball. Here's the second half is underway. Al Road, back door, up, under.
Over the next 3 games here in Kansas City this weekend, but we both love it. We've kind of got the full tour of what it can do, and it is really impressive stuff.
Yeah, there's a computer chip inside the basketball, so the sensors, the 35 sensors around the arena, they always know where the ball is and where every player is.
And as a coach, I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. What about Carson Edwards? He says, I meant as the big man.
Right.
And
he did clarify that, didn't he?
He has great vision and the willingness to make passes. He is an excellent, excellent. He's the kind of guy you like to play with.
Here's McGee.
Positivity going.
Chris Parker gives it up. Cuffey, corner three. Rims a right.
Right inside by Micaiah B. Not only did they lose Holmesley, who signed a deal with the Washington Wizards, but Scotty James, who's now playing pro ball over in Europe. He was a double-double machine. Back-to-back regular season and conference tournament champions. 3 ball from the...
And he fired that. And really, if you hit the wing, then the wing can hit the post. You can simplify the game sometimes, or you can try to make it spectacular.
Atlantic Sun, they've won the regular season and the conference championship 2 years in a row. So they are in a very, very good place right now.
Bulldogs by 2, 11 of 13 for the line after going 8 of 27 from the free throw line last night. Big change, and already 39 points. They really struggled last night, scored 42 points the entire game against Clemson. McDowell.
Coach McKay will have me, and they talked about it, sorted it out, got on the same page, and it has been a huge lift to have him on this team. Great feed down low.
You can see how this guy operates.
Absolutely. Landon doing just the 53-point play there. Not good news for Purdue out of the commercial break. Tallest player, Purdue history, 7
points and 20 rebounds a game. They're wanting 20 quality minutes and be a physical force down there. Tonight, the challenge for a guy like Tillman is playing a team like Liberty that spaces you, moves you around, brings you out of the lane, makes you uncomfortable, and being a big man defending that far out.
Been fantastic tonight. What a debut for this guy. Perfect from the field. 7 of 7, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc, and 17 points, 3 rebounds for Micaiah Abi. The A-Son watching this game close.
Phone as we speak.
Great spark off the bench, though, by Ruggery in all seriousness.
Shiloh Robinson now trying to drive in the lane, leaves it for Micaiah Abi. Back it out now, 15 on the shot clock. Parker, mid-range.
Niele Ivey has part of 6 Final Fours and championship game appearances for the Notre Dame women's program. So what a family tradition for the Ivy. Pretty cool. McGee needs some help. An undercut by Stewart Jr. picks up his second foul a moment ago for Mississippi State. 5-team fouls, Bulldogs second half. McGee on the handle here. Great pass.
Seventh Woods as this game goes on, but a great story. Certainly an exciting player they're happy to have back home in Columbia. Nice take to the hoop. Couldn't get the
determination from DJ. He was unhappy about the loss last night. Most experienced guy in this team, trying to show a little leadership here.
McGee for 3. Wow.
Tough matchup when they play Illinois Saturday.
We had it on tape. I actually don't, now that I say this, I'm not sure if you heard it, but when I talked to him this afternoon, we talked about foul trouble. And he said, you know, when I was a freshman, I was so concerned with what was happening.
Lawson guarding Parker. Gamecocks not ready to throw in the towel just yet. Here goes Parker downhill. Dancing. McDowell kicks it out. Long 3.
The game.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, Matt Painter says we're not going to win many games if he's going to have that kind of a half. So we have to.
Game. They got good ball movement, good player cuts. Cutting against this defense, this pack line defense, is so important.
Wide open 3. And they'll play again tomorrow at some time. It's either Tulsa or TCU.
Boy, ball reversal, inside out, player movement, drive to the basket.
Lead down to 9. Konzo was bragging on his guys, Drew Smith and Mark Smith, and their perimeter defense. He said, I'm not really sure why they don't get more attention in this league. Wow, what a feed on a beautiful LSU. Now playing professional baseball. Try to get inside. He was very confident about the team that he had last year. I mean, he thought it was a team that could win the league. And now, this season, it is certainly a team that could win the SEC, even if the preseason prognostications didn't have him there.
And some great moves. Man-to-man defense for Mississippi State. They will be tough. They will be ornery. They will be unhappy about the way they played last night. But they need to maintain against a team that is a very good ball-handling team. Last year, Liberty led the nation in fewest turnovers.
Here's Parker, transfer Henderson State.
The injury happened to Ramir Dixon-Conover, who should be back for conference play. At least that's the hope right now. Once he went down, things kind of got sideways a bit. Lob inside, Shiloh Robinson. Good job.
A lot more 7th Woods right now.
It's 2 for 4, 4 points in his South Carolina debut. McGee inside.
Geez.
Oh.
So those 2 freebies put St. Francis back up by a pair. Ian McDowell now going to launch from the top of.
If you shoot a low number, it's just a bad place to be.
Mitchell Smith got caught up in the wash. Liberty couldn't squeeze a shot off. Chris Parker inside.
7-year season opening win streak for the Bulldogs.
They got a lot of new guys on this team. Transfers, freshmen, graduate transfers, and they are going to.
Yes, that's I've never heard of the Reddies before. That's something new. He handles here right on cue. with 10 to shoot for Liberty.
Spread out, two guys in the corner. This is
Concentrate on the finish.
Cohen, 6'10", redshirt freshman. Started his high school career as a 6-foot guard. Then he started eating his vegetables. A career high for him as well against UVA just a couple of nights ago. The other end, Parker, a little hesitation.
plenty of time left for the Bulldogs to get it, but they got to do it at this end. And when you're extending your defense, you're susceptible to the drive by number 2 and number 1. The quick little guards can take you into the paint.
Cuffey, right low block, Road into the corner.
Boy, yesterday he was invisible in the game, got a few rebounds, but really didn't do much offensively. And right here, doing a little bit better job in that area.
Also.
State lost to Fort Hays State. I didn't even know Fort Hays was a state.
I'm not sure Fort Hays State had won a game.
The lead here of the Boilermakers.
Well, this game is still very much in doubt right here. And the three-point shooting has been not as good for the Liberty Flames because of the solid, sometimes Liberty out of their stuff. But offensively, mostly a layup guy.
Parker.
Physical, but no, same thing. Catch and release. You don't have to have much space, and because he shoots kind of a toe raiser, shoots it on the way up, he's got an enormous amount of space.
Beautiful. It's on Kobe Brown. It's his first. Beautiful cut and the feed to kick it around.
This Mizzou guard trio that has taken everybody off the dribble.
It was pinching that time. McDowell gives it up. Parker.
Players in there. I don't know if McGee maybe got that at 5'9".
Well, if he did, it'll be shown in South Carolina video session, and there'll be a lot of guys chuckling if the 5'9" guy got it.
Parker, mid-range jumper.
That's tough.
And I'm going to go back and mention the game Illinois Saturday. Kofi Colburn's going to come in here. That's an unbelievable matchup.
Can I share that I've got some real FOMO for that game?
And Liberty will do that to you. And you mentioned top of the show that they can all shoot it and they space you out. And when you got a guy like
Liberty led for more than 17 minutes of the first half. Corner turn, little floater.
So emblematic of their loss last night here in game 2 to Clemson.
How about Road bringing the ball up right here? McGee is on the bench right now. Parker is number 1, is the point guard. Lots of high screen and rolls in this offense.
Made to shoot. Chris Parker left to the paint. Do the double team. Good feed.
Sorry about that. We'll live with that play right there. They're going to help out Pinson or Drew Smith penetrating, and they're going to allow probably Kobe Brown or some of the guys not known to make a ton of threes that open shot. Good backdoor cut by Smith. Smith is healthier this season. Had back injuries last year and a foot problem, sat out quite a few games. He's healthier, plays above the rim when he attacks it. He can. Doesn't just settle for step back jump shots.
Good recovery by Tillman into the corner.
Absolutely. I'm with you. Liberty was just outclassed by a really good Purdue team last night in the first game, and the Bulldogs just didn't play well, didn't shoot well. If they had free throws, as Ben Allen pointed out last night after the game, look, it's a one-possession game late. They just couldn't do it.
That's right.
Cuffey for McDowell, 3 ball.
Chris Parker surveying. Been good penetrating early. Haven't connected on a couple layups inside, but Liberty has been able to get to the hoop.
And that's bad news for South Carolina. There it is.